If you're skinny fat, you already know the nightmare. You're not big enough to look like you lift, but you're not lean enough to take your shot off and feel confident about it. And it seems like no matter what you try, nothing actually works. You go on a bulk, but you end up just getting more fat, and you go on a cut and you end up just getting more skinny, and ultimately just being a worse version of skinny fat. So you're going to stay stuck, frustrated, and have even lower self-confidence. And it took me years to figure out where I was going wrong, but I managed to boil it down to 2 key things that I was doing wrong over and over again. And as soon as I changed them, I was able to drastically change my physique in just 90 days. Now in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what those 2 things are, why they work, and how you can start implementing them to start transforming today, even if you have bad genetics and even if you've been stuck for years. And just so you know if this video is even worth your time, I've helped 220 skinny fat men lose body fat, get rid of their moobs, gain muscle, build pecs, going from frustrated and low confidence to high confidence, looking jacked and shredded, completely transforming their lives, and they've done it completely naturally. And because I got messed around by the fitness industry, I've made it my mission to help as many skinny fat guys completely transform as possible. Because quite frankly, the fitness industry is just full of absolute liars, people taking steroids and lying about it, and lots of misinformation. So let's get straight to it. The first big mistake that I made was dropping my calories way too low, way too soon. So you're probably thinking you need to be eating salads, you need to be cutting out the crap, avoiding carbs, eating the diet foods like chicken, broccoli, and rice. And as soon as you start this, you're going to see the scales come down a little bit, but eventually it's going to get really boring, really tiresome very quickly. Your energy is going to be in the toilet, and after a week or two, you're going to start to feel really skinny, which is going to mess with you psychologically. It's going to make you have a lot of self-doubt. And if you struggle to say no to cheat meals, then you're a ticking time bomb before someone invites you out for a meal, you hang out with family, friends, or go on a date night, and you end up eating more food than you wanted to, which can completely undo all the hard work of the diet. So it ends up not being sustainable. But not only that, when your calories are too low too soon, all of your lifts in the gym are massively going to drop. You're going to lose a lot of strength. And if your calories are low and you lose a lot of strength, what do you think is going to happen to the little muscle that you already have? It's going to start to shrink. You're going to go catabolic and waste away muscle tissue. So you end up a smaller version of skinny fat. And that's because most guys drop their calories too low too soon, like I did. They aim for silly calorie deficits that are thousands below their maintenance. And just because the calories are low, it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to lose body fat. You're going to lose weight. And that weight is made up of muscle and body fat. So every time I go on this cut, I would drop my calories down, eat all the diet foods, and feel like crap within a few weeks, start to panic, and then jump back on the bulk, and then end up gaining a load of fat. And I was literally stuck in what I call the bro cycle, when you just jump from cuts to bulks because you panic on either side. Now, how I fixed this was I realized that the bigger the deficit does not mean more fat loss. So I decided to work out what my actual maintenance calories were, including my workout plan, and then starting off with a small calorie deficit, which was absolutely a vital starting point. Now, to make sure that you can do this properly, because I want this video to solve your problems, in the description below there will be a free nutritional blueprint which will accurately show you how to work out your calories, your macronutrients, what adjustments to make specifically for skinny fat guys. It's completely free because it's absolutely mandatory that you have these numbers, otherwise nothing's going to work. You can't really wing the diet when it comes to being skinny fat because it needs to be precise. Make sure you download that, work out your numbers. Once you've got your maintenance, what I did is I aimed for a 500 calorie deficit, because it's not too large of a deficit that you're going to run out of energy and burn out, but it's not too small of a deficit where it's only 100, or maintenance where you're going to literally get nowhere. Now, because I hit this calorie target every single day, after 1 week I lost a few pounds, but I still had a good amount of energy, a good amount of performance, and I didn't feel that flat or small. So I stuck with it. I tracked my calories, I did my workouts, and I was consistently losing a healthy pound to 2 pounds per week. Now, of course, eventually as you get lighter, your body doesn't need as many calories now. So you will eventually need to slowly lower that target as you lose weight. But where most guys go wrong, and what I used to do, is I would immediately just go, right, what's my calories? Here's a big deficit, bam, jump right down. I would burn out and lose all my muscle. But if you're slowly dropping it, you're going to keep more performance, you're going to have better energy in the gym, and quite frankly, it's a little bit easier to stick to because it's not as drastic. This way you're losing fat and not muscle, because when you dip your toes into 1,000 calorie deficit plus, you will start to eat away at muscle tissue. So this is absolutely vital for your skinny fat, to avoid losing muscle but making sure you're losing fat. And to be honest with you, for some guys, if you're still quite new to the gym and you train effectively, which I will cover in the next step, you can still gain muscle whilst doing a recomposition and losing body fat, which is exactly what my clients here did. There was no bulk included, yet they still was able to gain muscle and completely transform their physique. And just to clarify, no TRT, no peptides, not even creatine, no steroids, none of that stuff, because anyone can show you some transformation and then they've just taken a load of drugs, which means all the information they're giving you is completely redundant because the drugs are the reason they transformed. These guys, nothing. Some of them not even broccoli, all right? Nothing wrong with broccoli, but there you go. And of course, out of those calories, you want to make sure that your protein is significantly high enough to prevent muscle loss as well. So if you download the nutritional blueprint, that will show you how to work it out for you specifically. So avoid the big deficits because you're just asking for muscle loss. This was a huge component as to why I was able to lose body fat and not muscle. muscle. So make sure you get this right. Now, the second mistake that I made and most skinny fat guys make is when they're trying to lose body fat and get lean and get rid of the skinny fat side of things, they tend to think they need to do loads of running, loads of cardio, do all the gym classes, do CrossFit, do high rocks, all these high expenditure activities, but they tend to neglect their strength in the gym. And even if you already are lifting weights in the gym, what do a lot of people tell you when it comes to losing weight? Say, oh, if you're trying to cut, you got to get toned. You got to lower the weight, bro. You got to increase the reps. And this is exactly what I did. I did the gym classes, I did the battle ropes, I did circuit training, I went for runs, and I started to lift lighter weights to get toned. And very, very quickly, I started to lose strength. I started to feel tired, fatigued, and I was quite frankly just burning out. And it kind of made me laugh because I was like, well, this is kind of common sense, isn't it? If I'm trying to keep muscle and gain muscle whilst losing fat, why is lifting a light weight for 15 reps, 20 reps, and then swinging my arms about and doing star jumps? My body's not going to adapt by adding more muscle from doing that program. So I quite frankly lost a bunch of muscle, and I'll put a photo up here to show you how much muscle I actually lost visibly, which was no brainer. Wasn't happy with it. And anytime it comes to losing fat, everyone's constantly talking about cardio, 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 and if you're lifting, go light and get toned and go steady. And I'm not saying that cardio and lifting light doesn't have its place. Of course, it's fantastic, but it shouldn't be the priority. It should be the icing on the cake. If you're trying to lose fat and keep muscle and potentially gain it to actually fix skinny fat, you need to focus on strength progression. As soon as I made this switch and started focusing on keeping the weight and reps at a high standard, I noticed that I was losing fat a lot faster. My energy levels were just a lot better. I didn't need to be in the gym as long as I thought I needed to be. And I was actually definitively overloading and getting stronger each week because my workouts were very simple because they focus on one thing at a time. And that was keeping and gaining strength. And again, think about it logically. If you're in a calorie deficit and eating high protein and your body needs to adapt to the training that you're putting it through, and you're constantly lifting heavy weights in the gym, your body's going to prioritize the retention of lean mass, but you're still burning a lot of calories because the level of exertion is very high. And as a bonus thing, when you're breaking down muscle tissue in the gym, you of course burn calories there and then, but your body still needs to burn calories afterwards to repair that muscle. So you sort of compound your calories burned total, which speeds things up over time, and it helps you avoid metabolic adaptation where your body gets used to things. So pairing the small calorie deficit with getting stronger in the gym means that you're definitively going to make progress consistently each week. And as long as you're tracking both those metrics, the strength and the calories, and you're adjusting them each week, then you're going to avoid hitting a plateau and slowing down. That is why it only took me 12 weeks, 90 days to completely lose the body fat and keep as much muscle as possible. And as I said at the start, you can still gain muscle doing this if you're relatively new to the gym. Now, of course, I don't want to be vague with the training side of things, saying, oh, you got to get stronger, but it needs to fit you and your schedule. All I did personally was a pull push legs workout, as basic as can be. I do pull downs, bent over rows, single arm rows, bicep curls, etc. on the pull day. The push day I was doing bench press, incline dumbbells, decline chest flies, dips, push downs, shoulder press, side laterals, to make sure that I was hitting everything nice in 3D. And then of course legs, the famous squats, sometimes lunges, leg extensions, hamstring curls, straight leg deadlifts, calf presses. You don't have to do exactly what I did. The best workout plan is the one you can stick to and progress with. So if you only got 20 minutes, 2 days a week, you can do an upper body, lower body. Focus on the bench press, focus on the squats. You just need to focus on key compound movements and slowly add reps, weight, and improve your form over time. And if you're still quite new to the gym and those movements are a little bit overwhelming, you can opt for the machine variables. And if you're really starting at square one, you can do body weight movements at home. Push-ups, bodyweight squats, bodyweight lunges, you get the gist. As long as you're getting stronger and prioritizing strength gains, and then adding cardio as a supplement to that, whilst hitting a small calorie deficit with high protein, and those numbers are accurate, it's a guarantee. The hard part is actually doing it because it requires a lot of focus, a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, and it can get boring pretty quickly, let me just be honest with you. And the reason my clients were able to get such good progress is I was helping them through it, providing with the support, the guidance, and most importantly, the accountability to actually do it. Plus, each week we would go through everything they've tracked in terms of their performance, scale weight, progress photos, overload, calories, macros, etc., and plan ahead each week so they were able to keep adjusting. That times those 90 days, that's when the transformations happen. I'm very confident that if you action everything in this video, you will fix your skinny fat physique. And if you do want my help one-to-one or have someone else just help you through it, you can book a call with me down below and I can see if I can help you out. And if you want to know a little bit more specific about the foods that I eat to fix skinny fat, you can watch this video over here. Make sure you grab your nutritional blueprint. And if you're skinny fat and you like this video, like the video so I know that you're skinny fat and you like the video.